Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Rockingham County Commissioners meeting. We start our meeting with the pledge, and I'll have.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody, to the Rockingham County Commissioners meeting, October 12th, 2023. Thank you for joining us. This is a little bit different. We're having an afternoon meeting here today, but I'm going to go through the attendance. In the room, we have Jude Gates, Allison Koskowski, Commissioner Coyle, Commissioner Godu, Leila, Nickerson, and myself in the room. And on Zoom, we have Matt Conway, we have Jason Henry. We have the Sheriff's Office, we have, looks like Catherine Mann, and I can't see that.
That's Lieutenant Bennett.
Okay, Lieutenant Bennett, and we have Jason Smith. I think that's everybody. So we're gonna start our meeting with the RFP and opening the awards.
Yes, with respect to the Sheriff's Office for Chevy Tahoe Patrol Vehicles, I move to authorize the High Sheriff to review, evaluate the proposals and return with a recommendation.
Second. Motion to made second, any discussion? None on the motion, Commissioner Coyle?
Yes,
Mr. Godu?
Yes.
I vote yes. Fire alarm testing.
I move to award the proposal on fire alarm testing and repair to Impact Fire Services LLC for an amount not to exceed $17,000 for the period of October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024, as recommended by the Senior Director of Facilities Planning and IT.
Second. Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Commissioner Coyle?
There was a huge, a fairly significant
There was,
delta.
yeah, we have to keep kind of a close eye on the lower quoted vendor. They did do the work here last year, but we stay with them to make sure that they're not finding repairs that need to be done. It's happening a lot now.
Okay.
Everywhere. Fire alarm, fire sprinkler, generator, it's just kind of the nature of the business right now, but the other one was almost 4 times as much.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know, they do fine. We get good reports. We just have to, it takes an effort on
Sure,
that.
I've heard.
We just stay with them.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Further discussion? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Coyle?
Yes,
Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Thank you.
Institutional products linens for nursing center.
yes. I move to award the proposal for institutional products and linens as recommended by the Senior Director of Facilities Planning and IT for the period of October 12th, 2023 through September 30th, 2025 as follows. For environmental services, hand and bath towels, washcloths, fitted and flat sheets, pillowcases, bed pads, and bibs are awarded to Standard Textiles for an annual cost not to exceed $23,596.32. Draw sheets, patient gowns, and thermal blankets are awarded to Geriatric Medical for an annual cost not to exceed $2,625.58. For the Department of Corrections, bath towels are awarded to Hotel Linen Source for an annual cost not to exceed $600. Watch caps, wool blankets, and mattresses are awarded to Charm Tex for an annual cost not to exceed $7,000. All trousers, shirts, jumpsuits, gym shorts, briefs, sweatshirts, thermals, and boots are awarded to Victory Supply for an annual cost not to exceed $94,000. All tube socks, bathrobes, work coats, ladies' briefs, sports bras, clog shoes, laundry bags, thermal blankets, sheets, and pillowcases are awarded to Bob Barker Co. for the annual cost not to exceed $8,500.
Second. Motion been made and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Thank you, Jude, for the way you organize this and like the spreadsheets. It makes it so user
Thank you.
friendly too.
Our purchasing coordinator, Diane Batomsky, she's great. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
too. Well,
Jason?
I'll spread it
please give
on.
her a thank you.
Hot men's briefs in here.
They don't get any.
Jason Smith's got a hand up. I'm gonna call him.
Thank you, Commissioner. I just, Jude, if I may ask, I just want to make sure, are these products and standards the same that we have always had, or is this a new product that I'm not aware of that's been quoted for?
It's the same product that we've always had. It's a very similar RFP on an annual basis. Bill Connolly has reviewed the pricing and the samples and the specifications.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Further question? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Godu?
Second.
No, I got.
Yes.
Commissioner
Yes.
Coyle?
Yes,
And I vote yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're on to consent agenda.
I move to approve the I move to approve the September 21st non-public meeting minutes with one amendment, and that is in the last paragraph, that second last paragraph, which says topic discussed. Chairman Churchill mentioned Chairman Churchill asked asked Leila to step outside. The topic discussed, Chairman Churchill mentioned very briefly about a certain job position in long-term care and the salary of the position. Commissioner, this is the part that will be added. Commissioner Churchill was concerned of a change in the pay scale for a potential lateral move in long-term care.
Yeah.
Then later, Leila was called back to the meeting.
So I'm gonna start first by, you're making a motion on the amendment, so I need a second on the amendment.
I was making a motion to approve those minutes with that
But,
extra.
right, so are you okay? So we're gonna vote on the amendment, adding that language. Are you okay with adding that language that you just meant?
Yes.
Okay, so, and I vote in favor of that. So the amendment is fine, making that change.
I think,
Now, on the overall package,
okay,
Commissioner Coyle,
well, I've just made a motion, so you want to do the September 21st minutes separately? Okay, yes.
Commissioner Godu,
Yes.
I vote yes.
And I move to approve the September 8th public and non-public meeting minutes and the October 4th public and non-public meeting minutes.
Motion been made.
I think you said September eighth, and
I
it's
said-
September 28th.
Oh, I said, oh, I'm sorry. If I said September 8th, I meant
Just-
September. I thought I said 20,
Second,
but thanks for the clarification.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion, added additions at all in those minutes?
no,
So on the motion, Commissioner Godu,
yes,
Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
I vote yes. Surplus equipment,
I move to approve a surplus equipment request pursuant to New Hampshire RSA 28(8)A and declare 2006 and 2008 Ford F-250 4x4s with plow from facilities operations surplus, with the items to be sold through competitive bidding.
second,
motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none on the motion, Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
Commissioner Godu,
yes,
and I vote yes. Surplus equipment requests, obviously 28. Long.
I move to approve. What's your skills with curling? I move to approve a surplus equipment request pursuant to New Hampshire RSA 28(8)A and declare a 2006 Ford E450 bus from long-term care services surplus with the item to be sold through competitive bidding.
second,
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Godu,
yes,
Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
I vote yes. Payroll,
I move to approve the payroll expense in the amount of $1,332,676.18 for the period ending October 7th, 2023.
motion's been made. Do I hear a second?
second,
Seconded, discussion,
Look how close we are in the last 3 pay periods. Oh my gosh,
pretty good.
we're talking, yeah, we're talking really close dollars. So,
On the motion, Commissioner Coyle,
yes.
Commissioner Godu?
yes.
I vote yes. Reports, liaison reports, Commissioner Godu?
I have none to report today.
Commissioner Coyle?
Sure. Let's see, the jail population is at 167. Unfortunately, there has been a COVID outbreak, 14 inmates in 1 unit. So it is somewhat significant, but it's all contained. Prime care is making sure all the, everyone there is doing okay. And, in addition, Superintendent Henry has done a good job sort of mitigating. They've implemented masks and check down programs and taken steps to prevent any further outbreaking. It is contained. We are, with that population at 167, it's pretty high right now. It's a fairly,
Few more than normal.
yeah. It's been hovering between 150 and 155, so it is like a, nearly 10% increase. Let's see, over in long-term care, we just had 30 people attend the hospice care training, so that was great, a really great thing. We are celebrating, there's a lot of celebrations, that's what it's going to be the topic of long-term care day, because Marilyn Schreiber's celebrating, there's a celebration for her on Friday for 43 years of service at the county. It's just remarkable. And last night, Jessica Wendell was honored as, she was in the top 20 of, and she made the top 10. So
Awesome.
she was very exciting, and I happened to be in downtown Portsmouth and run into Jason and Jessica as they were Jason went to celebrate, and it was really nice to run into them and congratulate Jessica because it was a nice honor. And then tonight, Jason's being honored in Concord for his work. And so what we can see is that a lot of great things happening at the county. And I feel like every single week we have someone's being highlighted for their outstanding work. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Over in finance is very busy, especially at post or end of a quarter. So there's all the follow-up and reporting requirements at the end of the quarter. And so finance has been very busy with that.
Chuck's busy.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how, you know, there were some challenges in payroll this week, but everything still got done timely. It is great having Emily on board in grants because not only is she applying for new grants and seeking opportunities with respect to this long-term care grant with the state, she's been the one actively following up with the state to get sort of what the requirement, just following up with them, because I think there's some follow-up to be done in terms of not on our end, but on the state's end. And Emily is thankfully helping keep things on track. So
That's great.
thank you for everyone's work.
Excellent. And Emily's, she is doing a good job. I'm glad we hired her. She's. So for me, I know that Allison sent an email to all of us about her updates. I'll let her chime in and put the reports together. She's been very busy as well, numerous things. I know the sheriff's department's been busy as well. That's all I have. So I'm gonna look on the other department things when it gets to that part of the agenda. So let's go to move on to the big waiver request, state supply.
I move to approve the state supply proposal and bid waiver request in the amount of $13,556.44 for the emergency repair of the hydronic hot water heat exchanger, providing heat and hot water to the F and G blocks at the Department of Corrections as recommended by the Senior Director of Facilities Planning and IT.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? If not, on the motion, Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
I vote yes. Human resources. Employee retention and engagement opera project fund.
I move to approve the positions of motor service technician, plumber, personal care partner, and wellness coordinator to be added to the list of positions eligible for referral incentive, utilizing expenditure category 2.7 of the ARPA project fund.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Discussion. Hearing none on the motion, Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
Yes. Long-term care services, adult medical daycare.
So there's no
Oh, yeah,
motion.
I'm sorry.
It's a discussion.
Yeah, information.
And it's in relation, it's a follow-up of our discussion from last week about Easter stills, recognizing that they're going to be over budget if they stay with the same population through the end of the year. So, did you guys?
Well, I'm just gonna chime in real quick because I think some of the conversation was we were waiting to see what we're gonna get from that state program that we can utilize towards that. So I don't know where the status is of that. I mean, you just mentioned and everyone was checking in on it. So
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's been just reviewed right now, so we don't have any status on whether that money's coming through.
Yeah.
I think that, we need to just, Jason needs to chime in and let us know how this fits into his budget. In my quick look at the whole situation, it seems like we could take $10,000 from each of the other two agencies who don't seem to be using
utilize
their
that money.
allocation, and just put it on Easter Steels for now. And then we'll decide how that allocation gets divided if we get some more money in. But they don't seem to be using it, so, and Easter Seals is, for whatever reason, that program is attractive to people. Jason, how do you feel about this?
Thank you, Commissioner. You know, just from a little background, Easter Seals was only doing a half-day program, and their numbers were not as they are today. And so I think a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we actually reassigned and moved money around to accommodate the need. So I think that that is a great idea, because I think that there is a greater need now that they're doing full day programming, and the other two are not keeping up to that same pace. So I support your comment in that we might need to move some money due to utilization rate. As far as additional funding, I could work with Chuck, excuse me, to find
Yep, COVID.
funds. Just tested this morning, it's not.
RSV
That was a
Excuse me.
joke.
Apologize. So I could work with Chuck. You know, I believe that there are some opportunities within my budget that we could realign to fund their request. But
And
I
I
can
think,
go, excuse me.
no,
Go ahead.
please, no, go ahead, Jason. I thought you were done. Please, I'd like to.
I thought I was as well. I was just going to finish off and just say that I will work with Chuck to see where we could make a recommendation to the board on pulling funds from.
Right. And what I see is that we certainly have enough to sustain us through the Q2, right? So let's work through, that gives us this quarter to try to figure out other sort of funding sources. And it could be some hybrid, right? I mean, I think we should continue, especially given that when we look at the population at the assisted living facility, which is at capacity, it's logical to try to continue to support these programs, because there's clearly the need in the community, and that if we can, based on what I see from numbers, if we rearrange the money as you identified, will get us through the Q2.
Well, it might get us through the year.
I don't think it will, but that's because we're going through. They're gonna need a total of, if they're of essentially 60,000+ of the total. So it probably won't get us through the whole year, but it could, to your point, get us through Q3, and then we'll go from there. By then we might have everything shake out with the grant money, and then there might be some opportunity for expansion of these. I mean, if we start really plugging these programs, what we're seeing, and I think it's like attributable to Jason and his team, which is they've really done a lot of outreach to increase the visibility of adult medical daycare. And so that's a good thing if we can, and I wonder if we continue that.
So last week, we put a motion on the floor and tabled it about increasing $20,000 more on the Easter seals. So should we expect a new motion next week that is transferring those funds to balance that out for now?
I don't think we need to, because it looks like they're going through $10,000. They have enough money. They still $10,000 every 2 months, right? So what we need to do is we're going to still make the monthly payouts at the end of October or November 1st. Then we can move to transfer some money, which will probably cover. Would you propose?
Well,
something else?
Easter Seals allocation is only 20,000 right now. It's 20, 30, 20, 40, 40.
Right.
40K. So if Easter Seals is already gone, if it's 10K every other month, they'll get into, well, it'll
The end
be
of October.
Yeah, which is right around the corner. But
I mean, we can make it, if you
I
want to make it, I was just saying we can make it now, we can make it later.
Well,
I'll make a motion. How about if I just,
hold on, I still have discussion, so the
Okay.
motion was made. I don't necessarily buy into that, because we've already told some of the other adult daycares how much money that we put aside for them. To move that without letting them know, I don't want to do that, currently. If we do that, I want to notify them that we're taking money away from them and moving it to a different place. What I heard, Jason, tell me if I'm wrong, is you said we could move this money. And then if we need additional, we can find it in other places. So I would say, find it in other places before you strip from the other two adult daycares. That's my concern. I don't want to move any money out of the other adult daycare at this time.
so I think we could, my position is that, I mean, if they're underutilizing, they're not gonna hit their cap. So that we should just move, if we move 10,000 now to, I think to Chuck's point, at the end of October's around the corner. If we take $5,000 from Silverthorne Thorn in senior class right now, that should get them to the end of the year. And so if we just start there, then that doesn't strip much. They, the other two have not even utilized that much. So
What's the other one again?
senior class in Silverthorne.
Yeah.
So
Um, well, I'm just gonna say that I'm not gonna support that until they have notified that we are taking money, because they've been notified how much money they have. They're just drawing down whenever they have a chance, they utilize it by the end of the year. To take that, without them being notified, I have a problem with that, so I can't support that motion. But if you wanna make that motion, that's fine.
Well, okay, so if I may, I don't think that we're taking money from these other organizations, that we've just budgeted money for them and they're not using it. And now, maybe Jason can have a conversation with the two underused agencies to see if they think that they're going to, what level they think they're gonna they could predict out. And then we could and tell them right up front when that call gets made that we're gonna reduce your allocation just because we don't think you need it.
Right, or if they still need it for other reasons, just for sustainability, then we pull the money to make sure we did that before.
So I don't have a problem with it being notified, so not thinking motions are necessary right now, but maybe Jason, if you want to reach out to the other two.
I don't want Easter Seals to think that they need to dial back their program.
Oh, no,
That's Easter Seals' concern. That's why they came to us asking for the money.
Dialing back, they're asking for more money, they're worrying.
Because they're worried, they're worried they're gonna run out, and so
Well-
we need to assure Easter Seals that they're not gonna run out.
Well, hold on a second, so they know what the budget is, the budget's set, if they burn through their money, their allocation of money.
Okay,
that's
it's not, okay, I'm gonna make a motion.
Okay, go ahead.
I move to transfer additional $10,000 to East Stater Seals budget, with $5,000 coming from what we had budgeted for Silverthorne and $5,000 coming from senior class.
Second,
Motion made and seconded, any discussion? Again, for the record, if you please put it in the minutes, I'll be voting against this because they should be notified first that we're stripping the money from them. So, on the motion, Commissioner Godu,
yes,
Commissioner Coyle,
Yes.
I vote no. Okay,
so we'll notify them.
Yeah.
That we've changed that allocation. If they have objection,
Or
we'll
if
discuss it.
if they need more, or they're just like, even when they weren't making the request. So what happened in previous years, even when they
Make
weren't
sure that's-
filling they weren't asking for pay, to fill during COVID, we made payments to them for sustainability. To me, it's important to maintain and keep these facilities going. So if they come to the point, like they haven't had the I guess patronage, for lack of a better word, or use of it, and they're still struggling, then they can come to, us and say, listen, we don't have this, but we could really use a little influx of money for sustainability, and we can still do that. I think.
Commissioner Coyle, I don't mean to disrupt you here, but we already had the discussion and the vote, so it's over. I don't think we need to keep, going on it. I'd like to move forward if we can, so. So we're gonna do department head updates. I'm gonna go to Jason Henry first. I don't usually make Jason go first, but Jason?
Well, as you heard, we have a small outbreak over here. It's contained to one unit for now. But that is also a worker unit, which means staff is actually having to pick up and do the laundry, the dishes, everything. For now, until we get through that, we're using styrofoam inside the jail as well, which means we're also going back to rapid tests. Staff over here is in masks as it stands right now. Next Friday, the 20th, the 121st Academy will graduate. And the 23rd, I believe we have 5 people coming on board starting. And then we have some more people in a pipeline behind that as well, moving forward. I think that's all I have, short and sweet.
All right, Jason. I'm gonna go to Jason Smith now.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Like Jason Henry, we have a small outbreak. 2 employees tested positive. They didn't have resident contact. However, we just received confirmation right before I came into the meeting that we had a positive resident. We're doing contact tracing, which was just completed, and it's affecting 20 workers. So we are now going to be testing them this afternoon. So more to come with that. We'll be doing some outreach with our hospitals, our case managers, just to thank them for their hard work and support. So Jessica Wendell and Tammy Duffy will be doing that. And then our virtual dementia tours continue. It's been a great success with our staff. They're enjoying that. And again, last evening was great to see Jessica Wendell honored as one of the 2023 10 to watch of young professionals under 40 list. So that was really exciting. And I provided you with our updated employee newsletter for your review. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. I'm gonna go to Catherine Meehan, Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. The sheriff apologizes he couldn't be here. He wanted to just let you know, it sounds like unfortunately his mother-in-law is passing. So
Oh.
condolences and thoughts are with the Messiah's family today. He just wanted to pass on that we're busy as usual, but nothing new to report. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Catherine. Pat Conway, it's always good to see Pat. Finally, have her at the meeting. How you doing?
We're doing great over here. Super busy. We wrapped up a 2-week trial on a double negligent homicide case, and we're fortunate to get guilty verdicts. So happy about that. It was a battle, quite the battle. So that's great. We also have about 3 or 4 trials going this 2 to 2 week period. And I have to say, I know a domestic violence case, so we're super busy here with trials. I did want to thank the Sheriff's Department with regard to the trial that we just finished up, and I was one of the prosecutors in the case. We had some issues with some tension in the courtroom between different family members, and I talked to one of the bailiffs about increasing security a little bit, and they really didn't hesitate to do so. So it just really helped and made everybody in the courtroom feel safe. And after the trial, there were basically 2 camps, one camp that was pro-defendant, one camp that was pro the state. And after the trial, the family members that were for the defendant went out in the parking lot, and it was like 4 o'clock when we got the verdict. So at that point, the courthouse was closed, and typically that's when everybody leaves, including the bailiffs and the deputy sheriffs. But one of the deputy sheriffs, Craig Dress, stuck around and basically stayed here. I think it was probably 5:30 or so, and we were trying to wait for the other family to leave before walking out other people, and he ended up walking them out. But I just really appreciated that the deputy sheriff stayed and, made an effort to make sure that everybody felt safe. So I just want to shout out to the Sheriff's Department for that. We had 2 legal assistants start this week, so that's really good, filling in those positions relatively quickly. That makes us happy here. And tomorrow, I am holding that felonies first rewind, basically forum from 9 to 11 in the Hilton Auditorium. We have about 50 people coming, and that includes police chiefs in Rockingham County and also circuit court prosecutors, just to discuss the change in the court rules and the laws and how we're going to move forward efficiently from here. So that should be productive, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's it.
Very good. Sounds like you've been very busy, Pat.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Chuck Nickerson.
As Commissioner Coyle mentioned, every month following a quarter end is very busy. We're also having the fun of dealing with the retirement system, rolling out a new pension gold version for employer reporting. So having some minor issues with that right now for this month and next month's filings. The current version 2 is the system of record, so that's gone fine. So just working through a few kinks right now with that. That's why they're having this parallel, system for a couple months. Very busy with grant reporting because everything from whether it's JAG to ARPA to rental assistance, as far as for like closeout, everything is coming due this month, including other payroll filings. Continued work on the UKG Pro Dimensions conversion. Payroll was interesting this time around, but again, everything got done on time, so no issues there. Again, just overall busy on several different fronts, and yes, we're very thankful for the job that Emily's done. We're on the verge, I think, it's a small grant, but still it helps us out. The Moose Plate grant, I think we're on the verge of getting hopefully another $10,000 award with that. That will take care of a variety of different county records, including, I think, even some of the 100-plus-year-old BOC meeting records.
She's already done more than the last.
Yes, and yes, right now, as far as in the pilot program grant for long-term care, that's still in, basically my understanding is that they're still working on the provisions in the contract, and then that's going to go through some edits to be reviewed by others, and there's a final quality control review as well. And then finally, agreement versions will come to the board to review, and then ultimately it sounds like the state's trying to go to DocuSign for getting signatures on any agreements they're putting out.
Okay.
So ultimately, I don't know if it's going to be only for the chair as far as the DocuSign or all three, but we'll see whatever form that takes.
All right, interesting. Very good. Jude?
Good morning, good afternoon, sorry, autopilot.
I know.
Bid waiver, I already let Diane know so she can get that thing ordered straight up. We are filling the water system to try and get heat up to F and G block very regularly. So we're wasting a ton of water, and it's just, they get cold and they're warm and they get cold. It's a lot. So
It sounds like you're swearing when you say F and G, but.
G and F.
Commissioner Coyle said the same thing, and I was like, oh, that's not swearing. F and G. But anyway, sorry.
So yeah, we'll get that going as quickly as possible. The guys can take care of it. It's just the 2 bundles, so that'll be fine. We are still working in AB. Most of the upper tier, all the light fixtures have been replaced with LED in the cells, vandal resistant. They're working on the lower level. The showers are all but done. We're putting ceilings in the showers at the lower level now so that the new light fixtures can be installed and all the rest of the stuff. So that's coming along very nicely. Monday, the dishwasher is being replaced in the nursing home. It's a gigantic project. So
Bigger than we thought.
it's a huge project. So I've got as they say, all hands on deck. So we're doing the wiring, we're doing the plumbing. We've got somebody coming in at 7 o'clock Monday morning to start cutting the concrete for us. Then we're going to have to do a pour after the drains are in. It's going to be a big project, but it will be so nice for them when it's done.
Yeah.
So they're all looking forward to it, even though I think they'll be really inconvenienced every time I go down there. They're like, when's it come? They're very excited about it. So it's nice.
It's higher than the
It is.
old one.
Yeah, it's really good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Jude, the showers that are in those, I saw them in process.
Yes,
And they were all like cinder blocks.
right.
Are you putting tile there, or
No,
that's
actually,
just what it
it's
looks?
poured, it's spray epoxy.
That's what goes
Great.
on
It's
top of
so, yeah, it's wonderful. It lasts forever. And then they put like a skid proof.
that at the bottom.
They texture the bottom of it. Yes. The
Yeah.
outside is just painted with, concrete sealer,
Yeah.
but the inside, it's all epoxy.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a really nice job. They used to do stainless steel, but somehow they broke down. The inmates
Yeah.
figured out how to get the weld out of the corners. It was just
Well, it's just that I
ineffective.
saw it when it was in
In
progress.
process.
It looked kind of ugly.
You'll be really impressed the next time you
Yeah,
see it.
okay, I'll go look
Yeah,
again.
Jason picked a really great color for the
Something
epoxy.
calming,
It's a really attractive gray.
right?
Yeah,
Not Bobby Pink or whatever.
right. And the only other thing I wanted to say is our new motor services mechanic started this past Tuesday. Many thanks to Autumn. She worked really hard on it. And we had an interview yesterday. But the person unfortunately didn't show up for shift technician, but she's working it really hard for us and we appreciate everything that she's doing. We're very excited. We've needed help in water services for so long, so
Yeah.
it's good news.
That's good.
Otherwise, all's well. Thank you.
Allison,
Hi, so we have the food clinic that started, so just the flyers are out and they're available to everybody. If you can't get to one of the food clinics, Employee Health Services, just give them a call at 9118 and she'll make an appointment for you to get those.
Okay.
The years of service event, we're underway. Our food order is going in today in our count, so we're gearing up for all the other stuff that has to go along with that. UKG conversion, we're having multiple meetings on stuff, we're doing our benefit testing. That's going on. We're prepping for Thanksgiving, i.e. Lint, chocolate, the executive packets we had to get over. We did that last week because we were short staffed, so we tried to get that so that this week we'd have more time for other things. Scarecrow contest, just remember everybody's got it out there. If anybody has this done in time, we'd certainly take it ahead of time so we can see what our competitors are doing. We're determining right now, just trying to kind of, now that the anti-discrimination harassment has ended, we're trying to do a real deep dive to see who hasn't attended for the managerial piece of it and the employees, because we'll have to have additional little meetings, training sessions for those few to get them through. the mandatory.
hopefully just one extra.
And I did bring over the stack of service certificates for the three of you to sign hopefully today, so we can get those back, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's for next week, but we have to prep them, so thank you for your help on that.
Thanks, Allison. All set? Layla,
Hi, good afternoon.
all right.
So I submitted my quarterly legal lines snapshot.
Yeah,
Friday.
Not best. Yeah, well, I know, exactly.
I just want to remind everyone that next week's meeting is AP approval only. Because I will be in WordPress boot camp Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Lucky you.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Great. Thank you for doing that. It's great.
And that's it.
That's it?
All I got.
Right. Sounds like, we're all set there, so.
New business over.
New business. We have some new business, Layla, remind me.
Do you want me to, so first we have the human resources holiday cards that move to approve the design of the 2023 holiday greeting card and authorize the use of electronic signature for the card.
Motion's been made, do I hear a second?
Second,
Second, any discussion?
I don't remember seeing the,
It's in. Hi, Carl. There, look at, here it is.
yeah, okay, I'm good. I just did.
That's fast.
Further discussion? If not on the motion, Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
Commissioner Godu?
Yes.
I vote yes. What was the other thing?
Do we
Layla,
want
that
to
you
take up the issue?
wanted to talk about?
Yeah, the two.
Facility, I was.
Oh, yeah, facilities, go ahead.
So that's fine. It seems like we've got two applications from the Rockingham Republicans and Rockingham Democrats.
Yeah.
In each instance, I think what we have as part of the policy agreement, we had that we could waive the fees for those nonprofits. Fees with respect to the use of the facility, with respect to if either of them elect to use IT services, that fees doesn't apply. So I would move to approve the application and the waiver of fee for both the Rockingham County Republicans use of space and the Rockingham County Democrats use of space approve their applications.
Second, motion made and seconded. Any more discussion? If not on the motion, Commissioner Godu?
Yes,
Commissioner Coyle?
Yes.
I vote yes.
we're
So
waiving the use.
waiving the fees, so neither party has to pay the room fee, but the Democrats are using the IT stuff, so they have to pay for that. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Any further new business? Chuck?
Just one little thing,
Go ahead.
sorry, I meant to mention it, just a quick reminder that next Friday, the 20th at 9:30 in the morning, the Hilton is the first quarter executive committee budget review meeting.
Yes.
I know some of us have a little scheduled conflict too. that obviously will pick to attend this executive committee meeting and not the HAC executive committee meeting. So if there's no one attending from the county for the HAC meeting, we'll just to make sure we get our proxies to someone else.
All right, so we have to the 20th to figure that out.
Yeah.
Allison.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
sorry, I just wanna, I always inform the board on that Thanksgiving thing, just so you know, the total came to 6,465.47, which is under what you approved. But I just let the board know that I have to charge that to the American Express card, and it is rather a large amount, and I always just give the board a head up that that's how we have to do it, so thank you.
As long as Steve signs up on that.
I like.
All right, any other new business? No.
Okay.
So on, so public, anybody from the public wish to speak? I don't think we have anybody here.
No.
And if not,
I move to enter into non-public pursuant to 91A:3 personnel matters.
not public, seconded, motion, thank you, buddy,
Yes.
Commissioner Foil,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Jason?
Lila.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I'll come down, Commissioner.
Oh.
Okay, so we've come out of non-public and I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made to adjourn, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.